Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Zbunk Studios podcast. Man!
Come on.
Also, I apologize. I apologize if the sound is a bit iffy because we're still trying to figure out how this works with the computer and shit. But hey, I think the camera looks skewed.
Yeah, it looks skewed, but it's not. If you look at it's not skewed,
Type shit.
which is weird.
Hey, welcome back. I'm your producer / co-host, Timothy, but you can call me baby.
Main man, MC, KC, the best person ever in Zbunk Studios, the best person you'll ever know, the best person that exists. Ladies and gentlemen, ZBS community. Let's get in to this episode.
I almost said amen like with some
It's a different vibe today. I don't know. It's a different vibe today.
I feel rich, nigga.
I really do feel rich. But anyways, even today's episode is episode 50, man. We are 50 episodes deep, bruh.
50 inches in there. YouTube. Boo!
I think realistically we're not 50 episodes because there were episodes you posted with the editor,
our ex-editor.
Yeah, that wasn't named, numbered. But yeah, we'll just say 50 episodes. We are 50 episodes of Zbunk episodes. Damn.
We had different types of series we experimented. We had shorts, but 50 episodes deep. Let's get into this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Let us not waste any more time.
Yeah, let's start off with a question. So this is a question someone posted, and we're just gonna see if we can answer it, not answer it, or humiliate the person. I don't know.
My favorite.
First, okay, so this is a female asking this question. I'm curious about guys who don't introduce their partners to their families, even in serious relationships. I've had multiple experiences where my partner seemed committed, so committed that we almost got engaged but never met his family. What's the deal? Can someone explain this pattern to me?
First of all, hold up. How you almost got engaged several times and don't think you're a problem?
Well, she just said this once. So I'm assuming she almost got engaged to one guy.
Okay, and she's
But
still,
yeah, but she's had several relationships where niggas just don't want to introduce her to the family.
We just don't want to.
I'll be real with you. If I don't want to introduce you to my family, there's a slight personality in me that says I'm gonna be roasted for your looks, and I don't want to go through that experience.
Nah. Mine is more like maybe but my people are not judgmental, yeah, but sometimes they give that eye, and when my people doubt someone, I'll start doubting someone because I trust their intuition, especially my mothers.
I get you. Yeah.
So I'm more like maybe they're also just scared. What if my people don't like, and then it's gonna be a problem? My people can't not like you if they don't know you. They just know I'm in a relationship and there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, but on the real though, I think the reason why most guys do this is because sometimes the family's opinion of females get in the way of what we actually know. Because sometimes you introduce a female to your family and then they just talk bad about the female, bro.
And then you start feeling bad.
Yeah.
It's like, that shitty ass friends you can't get rid of. So
Yeah.
that when your relationships, like your best, your colleagues that's like in your ear, like,
Yeah.
they're talking about, he's not good for you, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. It's the same,
and don't get it wrong.
But just the family though.
Yeah, don't get it wrong. Jealousy in family is a big thing. Very big. So, on the one side, the nigga could just be hiding you for selfish reasons. On the other side, it could be that he's protecting you from that nonsense.
And what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I actually don't know what this nigga's fault was, but if he was willing to get engaged to you, it's probably something good, I assume. Or he's just very nonchalant.
Also, what's your obsession with meeting the family? Like, what do you benefit from meeting
No,
those
but
women?
wouldn't you want to meet someone's family though?
Me?
Yeah.
Hell no!
No, I want to see how your family acts, because how your family acts also shows how you mostly act.
Hell no!
You can tell a lot from a person's family, bro.
Yeah, but imagine you walk in and it's like she's the only non-racist one. Okay, that's the you want that.
That's my type, bro. That's my type.
But like, I go, yeah, I'm her first light-skinned boyfriend. Her mother had bad experience with light skin. Her father doesn't like light skin. And it's more like animosity in the room. And I'm genuine, like, I'm trying to be whatever. Shh, nigga. Just because it's her family don't mean I'm not gonna
Talk back.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Even if it's your family, I am gonna say something.
Yeah.
If it's wrong, it's wrong. But I try it on a nice way before I go to my. Because you know me,
Yeah,
I say
you-
things
you
that I
have to
shouldn't.
have a limit.
Yeah, I say things that I shouldn't be saying at the wrong time, and it just comes out very rude. So I'd probably think about it very, very, very carefully before I decide what I'm actually gonna say.
No, me on the other hand, I don't think I'd call your dad fat and tell that nigga how does he wake up in the morning and the first thing he sees is his belly and he's trying to step up to me. Nigga should lose some weight. Huh? How about them nipples? Talking about, oh, you're light skin. How about you light skin some fat off your body, huh?
Let's get some fat off.
Yeah.
Let's get some fat off your body is crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Why is this nigga talking about his light skin? Why you think I light skin? At
No.
least I'm fit. Look at my ass. Where's yours?
No, that's wild. No way.
And bro's gonna be like, oh, but my wife's pretty. Yeah, your daughter's pretty too. So what? I pulled her.
I think, guys, that needs to become a violation. We need to start using that. How about you start light skinning?
Some fat off your body.
We need to start using that, bro. I love that, bro. It's now my new thing. I've adopted it. I hope I get into an argument with a fat person one day.
How outrageous that sentence is. On its own, I hope I get in an argument with a fat person.
Just for that.
Light skin some body, some fat off your body.
Imagine I spend all my time getting into the argument, preparing for this moment, and then I don't use it. I'll be so sad, bro. I might jump off a bridge, bro.
The type of like slip the mind type of moment, or you're like heated and some shit like that. Yeah.
I might jump off a bridge, bro. I'm like, what? How do I prepare all these years? But if I waited years for it and I don't use it.
Oh. Damn.
But anyways, female. Hopefully that answered your question, though. I don't think it did, but hopefully it did.
Okay.
We're gonna move on to the next segment.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have done several, and I mean several confessions.
I feel I'm a confession expert at this point.
Yeah, I think it's basically our ports.
It's the pod's main thing.
Yeah.
Confessions is the pod's
I didn't
main
think it would be, but it turned out to be. Confessions is our main thing, and this confessions is almost like prison confessions.
So confessions from prison.
Yeah. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but you know what I mean. Okay. Ex-prisoners, what was the worst thing you saw inside the prison walls? Oh, my phone glitching.
If I was an ex-prisoner, I probably would have had stories. Probably would have made up some stories. I was like, man, one time the guards came in, started beating everyone. I mean, beating. I look at all those niggas and I'm like, hey, you ain't beating me, Big G. You ain't beating me, Big G. It took like 5 of them and I took them down. And then 7 of them came and I took them down. The warden came and I was like, hold on, big man. Hold on. Listen here. Now, I respect you. Let's talk. And then we negotiated and I got solitary for a day.
Them might believe you because who's gonna prove you wrong?
Who's gonna prove me wrong?
Yeah. There was a talk about a guy assaulting his own daughter. Some guys made him a cup of morning coffee.
Alright.
I had to search what morning coffee is. Morning coffee is basically taking a kettle, pouring cooking oil in it, heat it up and add a lot of sugar and then throw it in someone's face. Yeah.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Damn. The one thing is, these prisoners don't play,
They
bruh.
don't play.
That's why they say in prison, don't tell people what you did.
Assault and rape. Them niggas.
Nigga, if you touch the minor, you're dead.
Damn.
Brother, could never be me, bruh.
And the statement is just like morning coffee. I was like, then I just was like, what's morning coffee?
Bruh, the fact that they have oil in a kettle and sugar.
So there's just
At
a
that
lot of sugar, bro.
Bruh, at that point, they went to the warden. They're like, listen, bro, you know what's gonna happen. And the warden is like, yeah, just don't damage a lot, you know. Like, keep
I
it
gotta
under
explain it
wraps.
somehow.
Yeah.
Like make it realistic. Type.
Be like, nah, he was in the kitchen. He put oil and sugar. We told him don't do it. And bah, it just happened.
This is a female prisoner. Yeah, diversity.
Oh my word!
Diversity.
So the females did that.
No, not that one. It's another. It's
This one. Oh,
yeah,
this
the one
one.
I'm about to.
Oh,
I was
the
like,
next one.
I cooked. Yeah. Okay. Not prison but jail. 6 months pregnant and her water broke. CEOs didn't believe her and waited to take her to the hospital until she was.
Yeah, in labor.
The baby died. And the mom was
Oh.
released because they didn't want to pay the medical cost.
Oh, the medical bill.
The prison didn't want to pay the medical bill and shit like that.
But I don't.
Because her water broke inside.
In prison. Oh, so the
And
prison is liable.
Yeah,
Oh.
and they were like, she's going through, and they were like, we don't believe you.
It's a sore win. She's free.
It's a sour win, bro.
Now for someone,
At a loss of a child.
yeah. Like listen, if you didn't want kids, I think that's a win for you.
Yeah, like basically abortion there.
Yeah, that's basically a win for, and you got out of prison. That's a win-win. But damn, I know all mothers, doesn't matter. Even if you unplanned or unplanned, once you start feeling that baby inside of you, that's your love.
I can't comment because I've read some horrendous things about people that are pregnant that don't want children.
But dang, also true. But sometimes, yo, the world we live in.
I spent 8 years in prison in the state of Georgia.
Okay.
There was a guy who made a hustle of hiding a illegal cell phone from Mexican gangs. Yeah. When a Smackdown is now search, occurred, this man was responsible for the loss of many of those cell phones. He was confronted on the yard and tried to escape by climbing the fence. He got stuck in a razor wire, shredding his forearms, while 7 or 8 Mexican gang members were stabbing him all in the back of his leg and his ass.
Brother. What the? Why, guys? Why?
Razor wires.
That's one thing I'm saying.
Forearms, bro.
That's one thing about the Mexicans now. If you do your job well, they'll take care of you.
Yeah.
But if you mess up your job once,
One job.
you are done, bruh. But also hiding phones, bruh, in a prison is not easy.
Several. This nigga took the job on like gang members. Several of
Nigga
them
said,
phones.
"Listen, guys, I can take your phones and I can hide it." At that point, somebody snitched.
Maybe.
'Cause-
It could have been like a planned thing of like.
Because
we gotta get rid of this nigga
if he was so
from
confident to hide everybody's phones, that means his spot was solid.
here. And then
Someone snitched, bro. Someone that wanted the buzz. So my friend, you got snitched out. That's why they say, be careful about your circle around you, nigga.
Nigga was probably like bragging to the one nigga, and that guy was like, Pedro, I will see about that, your phone stash. And that nigga got stabbed in his ass. Not the most messed up, but this stuck with me for whatever reason. While studying medicine, I was working at a prison clinic in New York. Guy comes in with a fairly dirty cast on his arm. Otherwise, he seems very normal. He's there to have his cast removed, so I asked him they put on his cast. He says December. It's late January. So yeah, it's been enough time for the bone wheel. I figured his living condition was the reason for the cast looking like that.
Okay.
So I got the okay and started removing his cast. His skin underneath looked terrible. There was little pieces of wood and other crap embedded in the skin. Complete atrophy of this cast for arm. And after further questioning, it turns out the cast has been on his arm for over a year and it just got removed.
Dang. At that point, brother, self-care, bruh. Even you should know that this shouldn't be on that long.
A whole, like over a year. And you know how long you gotta have it for it to get loose enough to and get in? Nasty!
This is the third time you've made me thrill, bro. Like, you know when you get thrills in your body. This is the third time, bro.
And this is like I took the stuff that's not that bad. There was some shit that had me reading a sentence. I was like,
I would have stopped this episode right here, bro. If you put out some wild things, I would have stopped that episode right here, bro. I'm not ready for those things, guys.
Yeah,
I thrill, bro.
Nasty things. We had an officer with a colostomy bag. Every time he would shower, offender, sorry, I was like, what the fuck am I reading? We had an offender, yeah. Every time he would shower, the most terrible smell would fill the unit. We asked him multiple times to not burp his colostomy bag in the shower, but he swore he wasn't. Eventually, after developing an infection, the doctor found out he was charging other inmates to have sex with his hold. Yeah, do with whatever you want, nigga. I had the same ass reaction. Yep.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. Brother, you're...
Bomboklat. That's all you can say, bruh.
Next. Next,
I
please.
spent 6 years in prison. 1 month I watched a crib on crib gang stabbing. They stabbed this guy 60 plus times while he was curled up in a ball screaming help. But nobody could have because you'd be the next target. He somehow survived, but till today I can't think how. Until this day he thinks about it every day.
But I couldn't. You can't stab me 60 times and I'm still alive, bro.
60 times.
You can't stab me
Plus.
60 times and I'm still alive.
Plus.
Bro, I already don't like knives. Like, just seeing someone else getting stabbed is like, for me.
Damn.
Now, you're stabbing me 60 times and the trauma I'm gonna have, bro. The trauma I'm gonna have, bro. Any knife, anything. No, man.
Done 11 years myself. One of the most things I've seen is two members of a gang called, I'm not gonna name the gang, jumped on a blood on the way back from Pearl Call. One used a large knife, the other had a fan motor in a net bag, used that as a flail. Also seen and heard multiple people being raped. A friend of mine admitted to me after a year or so that he has been actively every night by his roommate for a year, about 5 months after they came out of jail.
Stay out of prison, gang. Stay out of prison. Stay out of prison. There's two things happening in prison. You're finna be stabbed, or you're finna be... Stay out of prison, bro.
Stay out of prison, bro. Like, kids, stay in school. I know this gang looks fun and cool, ne? Stay in school, nigga. Stay in school.
In fact, my Namibians, let's stay in school. People are here graduating. People are here posting their graduations. Let's be part of those people.
If I can do it, you can. Let's just put it like that.
Brother,
Yeah,
brother, If I'm doing it, you can do it, bro.
If I can do it, you can do it. Well, fact.
I'd rather embarrass myself on the internet than do that, bro. Facts.
And that's the last one. I work in the medical department of a large prison. We had an inmate bite a bigger inmate's nose off. Like the tip.
I know.
The bigger guy kept asking the kid for sex, and the kid had enough. We saw several stabbings, several were
Life-threatening.
but those weren't the most, not even threatening or like he said, interesting. We had an inmate smoke some bad spice made out of God knows what. He came to the medical out of his mind and later died because his brain was overstimulated. One guy got a dislocated patella and was just sitting patiently as I got his info. I asked if it hurt and he said, yeah. I asked how he was chill and he replied, because I'm not a bitch.
That's a G. That's a G right there. That's a G. That's a strong black man. That nigga got 2 sleeves with a neck tattoo. That nigga got a do-rag on with a white tee. A sleeveless tee. Ain't no pig. Ain't no pig. That's how it's supposed to be. That's Darrell for you. Don't play with Darrell.
And like you gotta understand, yeah. This nigga, this medic, yeah, I've seen a lot of things, and this is the thing that stood out the most.
Gotta respect the nigga that don't feel. He's like, it's painful, but what am I gonna do? Scream about it?
I ain't gonna do nothing about it.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna do nothing about it. You're gonna check it out and make sure it ain't gonna affect me in the future. You know what I mean?
Duh, bro. There's no need. I can't cry about it and go.
I know, big.
Exactly.
Nigga.
But there's one thing about guys, bro. I've seen. We can go through like some things that are sore, and we'll just be like, it'll be fine. But let us get sick.
I cannot, for the life of me, handle a flu.
Let us get sick. Bro, I'm the biggest baby when I'm sick, bro.
Nigga.
Like, every time I'm sick, like, there was one time I was sick and I was texting with someone, blah, 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 blah. And after I was done being sick, I said to the person, I'm a real baby when I'm sick. And she's like, yep, I noticed. I noticed.
Yeah, I'm terrible, bro. I get mood swings. I get dizzy. I feel nauseous. I feel like when I stand up, the world does.
Bro, I don't accept anything that is not baby treatment related. If it's not baby treatment, don't talk to me. Don't do anything, bro. If you ain't here, give me my medicine, my food, or feed me, or wrap my blanket. Do not come into contact with me.
After I'm done and I'm not sick anymore, I feel embarrassed. What was I doing?
Nah, so far, I actually don't feel embarrassed because I'm just around my family. Like, outsiders haven't seen me as a baby yet.
No, I feel invested. Nigga.
I'm just like, man, I've been small around these people. I've been childish around these people.
I haven't been sick till like 2021. This was the first time I got the flu.
Oh. That's the first time you got the flu?
2021? The first time the jump, because you gave me the flu.
Nigga, the first time?
That was the first time I ever got the flu.
Damn, nigga. I feel like I have like the flu, let's say like three times a year.
Nigga's a veteran at this point.
I'm a veteran. But no, there's some people that get the flu monthly, bro. I'm at least 3 times, bro. And it's spread out. Sometimes it's even in favor. Sometimes it's all 3 in 1 month. Then I'm solemn. I've paid my tax for the year. Flu tax.
That type shit.
But some people like get it actively, bro. Like this person just recovered flu.
Yeah,
3 flus back to damn. 3 flus back to back.
I feel like getting sick easily makes me feel weak.
Facts, bro. Sometimes even I feel like sometimes
my body is supposed to yell, but I like, do your job, white cells, do your job. Like, damn.
Like I also feel like sometimes I refuse to take medicine because I want my body to do it, bro. I feel like the medicine weakens it. The medicine ain't letting my body do what it's supposed to do.
That actually makes my mama mad. then she starts trying to compromise with me, like, okay, what about if I make like a concoction? Then it's not like store-bought medicine, it's more like almost natural, so it's just food that boosts your health. And like, they're like, maybe no.
Bro, don't let them start with the concoctions. Ooh.
My cousin's biggest accomplishment there was to her, like, getting me to drink Jamaican ginger.
That's your biggest. But that's a win though.
Because I'm stubborn. Nigga, if I had to do it myself, I'd be pissed off.
Listen, I don't want my immune system to be a bit.
Yeah.
Like, my immune system, do your job. It's your job. I'm sick, heal me. In fact, I want 24/7 service. I want it done in 24 hours.
No, because why have I gone 17 years without the flu while people were getting sick left and right to me? And now suddenly my body wants to.
But low-key, I do feel like I'm one of those people that, like, I don't feel the medicine is doing anything, bro. I feel the medicine is just weakening my immune system, bro.
On some type shit.
Like, if the more medicine I take, the less my immune system heals, bro. Yeah. My immune system's like, well, you don't need me.
Yeah, I'll sit with a headache like for 4 to 5 hours, then I'm like, my body's not doing its thing.
But I think we've had this discussion before, though. It's like headaches, I rarely get headaches. And that's because I think my body is...
had 9 this week. Nigga, it's Saturday. I had 9 this week.
Nigga said for all those times you didn't get a headache, you finna get them this week.
No, I don't even think that. I think it's like over 10. I think I had like 3 in one day or something. I had 1 every day of this week, bruh.
But guys,
twice or 3 times.
Guys, let's be real. Academic stress is real.
Damn.
Academic stress will bury you, bruh. If you don't have the right mindset for this thing will bury you, guys.
I'm like, I understand why people get depressed.
I understand it now, bro. I understand it now.
I was making fun of y'all for years.
I was making fun of y'all for jumping.
I'm not gonna go to that.
But so I wasn't making fun of y'all, man. I just didn't
understand the concept. Like, yeah.
How can school?
But now I understand.
In my mind, I was like, a paper that takes 1 hour to finish is making you jump.
Didn't she just say 16 minutes?
Nah, it's at 28 minutes. No, it's at 19 and then 16. You probably read it wrong.
Yeah. We were talking about...
This nigga's talking about how long we've been recording for.
And now I can finally see how long we're talking.
But this is actually a nice cool now. Now we can look at how long we're recording for.
We are yapping.
But actually, so far, at least now we know, like, if we can look at the time and be like, we can yappa some more. Or we can look at the time and be like,
Let's cut
it there. Yeah, you know. Because we'll be real with y'all. We're not at that point yet where you guys will just listen to us. It's damaging to the ego, but I'll accept it. Anyways, guys, that was prison confessions, and a little bit extra more on top of that. Then don't go to prison.
Please don't.
And if you go to prison,
DM me.
DM me with some of your stories.
Nah, we might get you on the pod.
No.
We might if you can follow us.
Not even. It depends on how long ago you were in prison. That's also.
Oh, you don't want convicts on the show?
No, nothing wrong about convicts. It just depends on how long ago you were in prison.
You don't want convicts on the show.
If the nigga was like, I've been 5 years out of prison, bring you on. If the nigga's like, I've been 3 hours out of prison, heck no, nigga.
Because the nigga still got that prison mentality.
That prison mentality is still in you, bro. You might start bending.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go to the next segment. If Casey have prepared another segment.
Okay, this segment is guess the countries with directions in the names. Now there are 6 countries with directions in the names. I think you know. I think you'll know the first 3. The 4th one you'll get. The last 2, I don't think you'll ever get.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is Zbunk Studios podcast for you.
Okay, so yeah, you know most directions: east, south, north, west. Yeah. So these countries have like east, south, west, north.
So it's like East Asia type countries or like North, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, North America, South America.
No, those are continents. We're talking about countries.
Korea, the 2 Koreas.
Okay. Say it, nigga.
North and South.
Yeah, North and South Korea is on there. The first three should be easy.
I have a headache.
The first three should be very easy, brother.
Shoot it.
It should be very easy.
South Africa.
We spent 2 episodes talking about these people. We had them for 2 episodes.
What was our name? Northwest. What was our previous? Southeast Africa.
Southeast Africa. I think that was the previous name before Namibia. It's been a long time since I had the history.
Yeah.
But yes, North America.
North.
My bad, guys. North Korea, South America, and then there's another country
You
also.
said South America, so South Africa.
South Africa. We are cooked. South Africa, our brothers, Sister Bettina. So yeah, the next one is also, there's one more south. And it's like the rich people. The rich oil people, the oil money people. South. Also starts with an S.
Yeah, no.
Nah, South Sudan.
I thought it was just Sudan, bro.
Nah, it's South Sudan.
But
maybe there is a Sudan. I don't know, but I know for a fact I've only heard of South Sudan.
When I hear people, I just hear them say Sudan. I don't hear them say South.
Okay, so the other one, it is East, and then it's like your name, but only the first 4 with the R.
East Timor.
East Timor.
Where's East Timor?
I had to Google this thing. Google gave me an answer. I still don't know where it is.
Okay, and the last one?
The last one, it's North Macedonia.
I got a quote on that one actually.
You could have?
Yeah.
If I said...
I was reading an article, I think 2-3 days ago. Because I was searching for a podcast topic that would have been interesting.
I have never heard of... I have heard of Macedonia, but I never thought it was North. And nobody really speaks about Macedonia, bruh.
Yeah.
For like a fact, I was like, what's so special about Macedonia? Why does it have a direction in its name, bro? Like, is it even on the north?
Making it sound like it's an accomplishment having a direction in your...
It's an accomplishment, bro. You're a direction, bro. You're a direction. People say, listen, I'm trying to go to South Africa. Well, it's in the south. Is it though?
You just made a shittiest example.
Oh, but yeah, North. Have you seen North and South Korea? Wow.
Ganging up on the US, China too, and then Japan is also trying to get into the too.
I'm like, guys,
nigga,
why?
if they put their hands together, it's over for the markets.
Now I'm like, guys, why are y'all beefing about prices and inflation and raise the tariffs? Donald Trump, relax, brother.
And then niggas trying to put tariffs on everything, bro.
Bro, it's not a tariffing nation.
Then nigga said, I think one car company wanted to move or some on there, and they said they want to go to Mexico, and then niggas like, I'll add 20% tariff. I'm like, damn.
And now the niggas flexing. It's like, oh, now we have a pope that's American. Ha 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 ha. Really, we don't care about the pope, but congratulations, y'all. America's winning again in something.
There it is for Zbunk Studios, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll see you guys the next time we upload. I say Mondays again, because every time I say we're uploading Monday, something always seems to happen. Always seems to happen that tries to stop me from uploading on a Monday.
You are terrible with outros.
Outros? How?
Very terrible.
How?
ZBS community, remember to like, subscribe, comment. These are your boys, Casey the MC, producer Timothy. Until next episode, we are out.
You forgot the chicken.
That's your cue, bruh. You're supposed to put chicken. You were supposed to say the chicken. That's your cue.
Your hands are out,
That's
nigga.
your cue.
When you do this, you say chicken noodle soup, nigga. The one that puts his hands out in every damn.
Brother, that's your cue. That was your cue, bruh.